Today we are going to see one of the important theorems in quantum mechanics, namely unphase theorem. Unphase theorem states that classical equations are still valid in quantum mechanics provided classical variables in them are replaced by corresponding expectation values, their corresponding expectation values. So write any classical equation will be valid in a quantum mechanics provided classical dynamical variable in them is replaced by its corresponding expectation value. For example, we know that in a classical mechanics, dx by dt, time rate of change of displacement, is a velocity which is momentum upon mass. This is classical equation. So if you want this equation to be valid in quantum mechanics, what I have to do is this x which is there on left hand side and px which is there on RHS must be replaced by their expectation values. So the corresponding quantum mechanical equation becomes d dt of expectation of x equal to expectation px upon m. So this is classical equation and this is corresponding quantum mechanical equation in which you see the corresponding expectation values of classical dynamical variable. Similarly, we know that time rate of change of momentum dpx by dt, rate of change of momentum, is force acting, and force acting is given by minus dabba v by dabba x. So force equal to time rate of change of momentum. This is classical equation. Corresponding equation in quantum mechanics will be d dt of expectation px is equal to expectation minus dabba v by dabba x, minus dabba v by dabba x. This is force, because F is equal to minus grad V, which is in 3-dimensional for conservative force. In 1 dimension it is minus dabba V by dabba x. So these are the two equations, or these are the two parts of unphase theorem which we are going to prove. So let us prove first part of the unphase theorem, namely dx by dt is px upon m. Alright, so the proof of this theorem will start from the definition of expectation x. So we know that expectation value of x is defined as volume integral over entire space psi star operator corresponding to this quantity, namely x cap, and then psi dv, where the integral is to be evaluated over entire volume of the space. Here psi is function of x, y, z, these three space coordinate as well as time. Okay, so the next step is to write d dt of this. So I will write d dt of expectation of x will be d dt of volume integral over entire space in between psi star and psi. Explicit form of this operator corresponding to x is x itself. Operator of x coordinate is x coordinate itself. So x psi dv. Okay, so this is a product function, so let us write its derivative. So volume integral over entire space dabba psi star by dabba t, y partial derivative, because x, y, z, these three space coordinates, they are kept constant and derivative with respect to time. X psi dv plus integral over entire space, volume integral over entire space, psi star x, because derivative with respect to time of x will be x itself, x will be treated as a constant, and then dabba psi by dabba t dv, dabba psi by dabba t dv. Here derivative of psi star xi as it is, here derivative of psi star x as it is. Now the next step will be, this is equal to, so what I am going to do now is, here I will introduce minus IH cross in this volume integral. In this volume integral, I will introduce minus IH cross dabba psi star by dabba t, dabba psi star by dabba t. So why I have introduced minus IH cross? Because it is the one of the sides of time dependent Schrodinger equation, complex conjugate of time dependent Schrodinger equation, and therefore I have introduced minus IH cross, which is not there. Therefore, to cancel that, 1 over minus IH cross, I goes in the numerator, so 1 over I upon H cross equal to minus IH cross dabba psi star by dabba t. So minus IH cross is getting cancelled with this I upon H cross, because when this comes to denominator, it has a minus sign, this will get cancelled, and I am retaining my original term dabba psi star by dabba t. xi multiplied volume integral over entire space. Then here I will introduce IH cross dabba psi by dabba t, because this will become then one of the sides, either LHS or RHS, of time dependent Schrodinger equation. So here integral, I will write the sign little later, psi star x, and then IH cross dabba psi by dabba t, then dv. In order to cancel this, cancel the effect of this multiplier IH cross, what I will be having 1 over IH cross, so this will become minus I upon H cross, minus I upon H cross. So this is one of the important expression that I have, and I will give some number to this, and then I will come back to this particular expression. So to write the expressions for this quantity in parenthesis and this quantity in parenthesis. So we know that from time dependent Schrodinger equation, IH cross dabba psi by dabba t equal to minus H cross square upon 2m del square psi plus v psi. This is time dependent Schrodinger equation, and its complex conjugate will be I replaced by minus IH cross, psi will become psi star dabba t equal to minus H cross square upon 2m del square psi star plus v psi star. This is expression number 4. So just look at expression number 3 and 4, their LHS. So for their LHS, it stands for kinetic energy operator, kinetic energy written in its operator form plus v psi. So that is what I am going to write here. And for minus IH cross dabba psi star by dabba t, I will write this thing here. So this expression 2 will become I upon H cross, then volume integral over entire space, and for this thing minus H cross square upon 2m del square psi star plus v psi star, then x psi dv minus I upon H cross volume integral over entire space psi star and then x, and for this thing in parenthesis minus H cross square upon 2m del square psi plus v psi multiplied by dv, So this is the expression that I have. So if you look at this expression, then you will see that these terms like I upon h cross v psi star x psi dv will get cancelled with minus I h cross psi star x v psi. Okay, so that will get cancelled, and this particular term minus I upon h cross multiplied to this will become plus. So rewriting this positive term first and then this negative term, this and this, they are getting cancelled, and therefore what I have is this thing, I upon h cross volume integral I upon h cross with plus sign, I upon h cross, h cross is getting multiplied to that. So what I will get here is I h cross upon twice m, I h cross upon twice m, I h cross upon twice m, volume integral over entire space, then psi star x del square psi minus this thing, I h cross is getting cancelled, I h cross upon 2m here, and then this multiplied by xi. So what I have is xi here, and then del square psi star dv. This is the expression that I am left with. This is expression number 5. So now what I will do is I will concentrate on this particular term from equation 5, and I will try to simplify this particular term. So we know that from Green's second theorem, we have volume integral over entire space psi 1 del square psi 2 minus psi 2 del square psi 1 dv. This will become surface integral with this thing, psi 1 del psi 2 minus psi 2 del psi 1 dotted with ds vector. So in this way the volume integral is getting converted into surface integral. So by making use of this particular theorem, what is called as Green's second theorem or Green's second identity, what I am going to do is let psi 1 equal to psi star and psi 2 equal to xi. This expression will become volume integral. For psi 1 I have psi star del square xi minus xi del square psi 1 del square psi 2 del square psi 1. So psi 1 is psi star dv. This will become integral over this closed surface. Psi 1 is psi star del xi minus xi del psi star dotted with ds vector. We know that this particular surface extends up to infinity because it has to enclose the volume of entire space. And we know that at infinity, when variable tends to infinity, psi as well as its derivatives become 0, and therefore this particular surface integral vanishes. This becomes 0, and this particular expression gives me volume integral psi star del square xi dv. This shifted to right hand side, volume integral xi del square psi star multiplied by dv. This is our next expression number, say 6 and 7. So what this equation 7 tells me, that if psi star is here and del square is operating here, then xi comes out and psi star goes inside. So in the same manner, here in this expression 5, this psi star will come out and del square will operate on xi. So that is what the simplification of the equation number 5 is. So equation 5 becomes d dt of expectation x equal to IH cross upon 2m, then volume integral over entire space psi star x del square psi minus xi del square psi star. So that will become psi star will come out and del square will operate on xi. That is what equation 7 tells us. Xi dv. This is equation number 8. So this is the expression that I have got. Now, just like this term, now I will concentrate on this particular term, del square xi. I will simplify this particular term from equation number 8 and we'll come back to equation number 8. Del square xi. What is del square xi? Del square xi is dabba 2 by dabba x square of xi plus dabba 2 by dabba y square of xi plus dabba 2 by dabba z square of xi. So this is equal to d dx of dabba dabba x of xi. So x as it is and derivative of psi, dabba psi by dabba x, and then psi as it is, derivative of x is 1, plus x will be treated as a constant x, dabba 2 psi by dabba y square, plus x will come out, dabba 2 psi by dabba z square. Okay, and then d dx of this thing, x as it is, dabba 2 psi by dabba x square, then plus dabba psi by dabba x as it is, derivative of x is 1, plus derivative of this dabba psi by dabba x, plus x dabba 2 psi by dabba y square, plus x dabba 2 psi by dabba z square. So let us look at this. X dabba 2 psi by dabba x square, x dabba 2 psi by dabba y square, x dabba 2 psi by dabba z square, which is x times del square psi. Dabba psi by dabba x, dabba psi by dabba x, this becomes 2 times dabba psi by dabba x plus x del square psi. X del square psi. This is our equation number 9. So this is simplification for this particular term, which I have underlined in equation number 8. So with that, equation 8 becomes d dt of x, d dt of expectation x equal to IH cross upon 2m, IH cross upon 2m, volume integral, then psi star x del square psi minus psi star multiplied by this psi star 2 times dabba psi by dabba x minus psi star x del square psi multiplied by dv. So this is our equation number 10, and if you look at this, then psi star x del square psi, psi star x del square psi, they are getting cancelled, and I am left with this particular constant outside the integral sign multiplied by this as a integrand. So what we get here, d dt of expectation x, d dt of expectation x equal to IH cross upon 2m, IH cross upon 2m, and then volume integral with a minus sign. okay, with minus sign 2 times psi star and then dabba psi by dabba x, dabba psi by dabba x, psi star dabba psi by dabba x with minus sign is taken here, multiplied by dv. So 2 gets cancelled and I am rewriting this volume integral as psi star here and then minus IH cross d by dx inside, operating on this psi multiplied by dv. And what is left outside is just 1 upon m here, minus sign here, 2 gets cancelled, minus IH cross is pushed inside, and this is what I have got. So this is 1 upon m, and what is this integrand? In between psi star and psi, the explicit form of momentum, x momentum operator has been sandwiched. So this is px, and therefore time rate of change of expectation of x is momentum, expectation of x momentum upon m. So this is the proof. This is the proof of this equation. Say this is 11 and this is 12. So this is the proof of the first part of Unfer's theorem, which says that time rate of change of displacement is velocity of the body or of the particle. Now let us go to second part of Unfer's theorem, which says that dp by dt is force acting. dp by dt is force acting. In other words, time rate of change of x momentum is the force acting or is given by minus dabba v by dabba x. So that is what we want to prove. So the second part of Unfer's theorem is to prove d dt of px equal to expectation minus dabba v by dabba x. So our proof will start with the definition of expectation of px. We know that how expectation px is defined. Expectation value of this physical quantity, what is called as x momentum or x component of momentum, is volume integral over entire space in between psi star and psi. Operator corresponding to this px cap is sandwich psi and dv. Keeping in mind that psi is function of these 3 space coordinate as well as time. These 3 space coordinate as well as time. This is our equation number 1. So what I have to do now here is expectation px is volume integral over entire space psi star, and explicit form of this operator corresponding to x momentum is minus IH cross dabba by dabba x psi dv, x psi dv. This is equal to minus IH cross will come out, minus I upon minus IH cross integral psi star dabba psi by dabba x dv, dabba x psi star dabba psi by dabba x dv. Now we want to take d dt of this. So d dt of x momentum, d dt of px is minus IH cross outside, okay, and then d dt of this thing, d dt of integral psi star dabba psi by dabba x dv, dabba psi by dabba x dv. Equation number 2. Now we want to take d dt of this thing. So what we have is this, d dt of px is equal to minus IH cross, and then volume integral over entire space d dt of psi star, dabba psi star by dabba t, dabba psi star by dabba t, dabba psi by dabba x, dabba psi by dabba x dv, and then minus IH cross, volume integral over entire space, then psi star, then d dt of dabba psi by dabba x, d dt of dabba psi by dabba x. So instead of that, what I am going to do is dabba x of dabba psi by dabba t, dabba psi by dabba t dv. So what I have done here, I have interchanged the order of differentiation. Instead of d dt of this, I have written dabba x of dabba psi by dabba t here. Okay. All right, then next step is this will be minus IH cross dabba psi star by dabba x, one of the sides of complex conjugate of Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation, then dabba psi by dabba x dv, then minus sign here, IH cross goes inside, so integral, volume integral, and then psi star, and then dabba x of IH cross dabba psi by dabba t dv, dabba psi by dabba t. Okay, minus IH cross, IH cross outside, minus sign is taken outside, and dabba psi by dabba t. This is what we have. Now, as usual, for this I will substitute other side of complex conjugate of time dependent Schrodinger equation. Similarly, for this I will substitute the other side of time dependent Schrodinger equation, complex conjugate of time dependent Schrodinger equation, and the other side of time dependent Schrodinger equation. So this will become volume integral over entire space. For this thing I have minus h cross square upon 2m del square psi star plus v psi star, then dabba psi by dabba x dv, minus volume integral psi star, and then d dx of minus h cross square upon 2m del square psi plus v psi dv. So this is the expression that I have got. Let us call it as equation number 3. So this is what I have got, psi star dabba x of that thing. So let us collect these two terms. So let us simplify first these things, and then we will collect the terms. Minus h cross square upon 2m outside, volume integral, then del square psi star, dabba psi by dabba x dv, then this into this, plus v psi star, dabba psi by dabba x dv, so volume integral over the entire space. Then this will become plus outside that h cross square upon 2m, volume integral h cross square upon 2m, volume integral psi star, and then dabba x of del square psi star, dabba x of del square psi dv. Then with this minus sign, this will become minus minus psi star dabba dabba x of v psi dv. This is our next equation number 4. Okay, so now let us look at these 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us group first and third term together and simplify the 4th term. So I am grouping first and third term together. So h cross square upon 2m is common. H cross square upon 2m. This is equal to h cross square upon 2m, and then volume integral, rewriting third term as a first term, psi star dabba dabba x of del square psi. So that I am writing by interchanging the derivative. I am writing del square dabba psi by dabba x, dabba psi by dabba x, dabba psi by dabba x, then minus the first term, h cross square 2m is outside and then has a minus sign. So del square psi star or dabba psi by dabba by dabba x, del square psi star. So this is the first term multiplied by dv, and then plus this particular term v psi star integral v psi star dabba psi by dabba x dv, then plus what I have to do is I have to take derivative of v psi according to u into v rule. So minus here has a minus sign, and therefore minus here, volume integral, then psi star dabba v by dabba x into psi dv, and then in the next term I have minus integral, volume integral over entire space, v everywhere, taken derivative of v, so v will be treated as a constant, psi star v, and then derivative of psi, dabba psi by dabba x dv. Okay, this is our next equation number 5. So if you look at this term, then psi star v dabba psi by dabba x. So this term is getting cancelled with this term, and this is I am left with only these 2 terms in equation 5. I am left with only these 2 equations, only these 2 terms. So now we want to simplify the first term in this equation, number 5. So let me tell you that this particular thing, psi star del square dabba psi by dabba x minus dabba psi by dabba x del square psi star dv, this volume integral will be converted into this thing. This can be written as this thing, volume integral del dot a vector potential. So psi star del square psi star del square will disappear, del dabba psi by dabba x minus dabba psi by dabba x del psi star del dot a dv. Okay, this is that vector potential, and this can be converted into surface integral by Gauss divergence theorem. So the same can be written as surface integral over entire space. Surface integral enclosing the volume of entire space will become psi star del dabba psi by dabba x minus dabba psi by dabba x del psi star dotted with ds vector, and obviously the surface integral in this particular equation, say 6, is vanishing. The surface integral in this equation 6 is vanishing because the surface extends up to infinity to enclose the volume of entire space where the wave function and its derivatives vanish, and therefore this is equal to 0, and therefore the first term in equation 5 has a value 0, or is the vanishing term, and therefore this is equal to 0. So with this, equation 5 becomes just this, d dt of expectation px is equal to h cross square upon 2m. Only this particular term survives. Volume integral over the entire space, v psi star, and then only this term survives, psi star with a minus sign here, has a minus sign, psi star, dabba v by dabba x, psi dv. This can be written as volume integral over the entire space, psi star, and then this thing, minus h cross square upon 2m. This has vanished, so this will disappear. I'm sorry. Only this term survives, minus sign, psi star, dabba v by dabba x, because h cross square 2m was a multiplier of the first term of equation 5. So h cross square upon 2m is not there. Psi star dabba v by dabba x psi dv. And this can be written as, in between psi star and psi, I am enclosing minus dabba v by dabba x, and then psi volume integral over entire space. This is time rate of change of expectation px. And what is this? This is nothing but expectation value of this quantity in parenthesis. This is nothing but minus dabba v by dabba x, which is the force acting. And therefore dp by dx, or time rate of change of expectation px, is minus dabba v by dabba x, which is one-dimensional force acting in the x direction, minus dabba v by dabba x. So this is the proof of second part of Unfast theorem. So here our second chapter from quantum mechanics ends. Unfast theorem is the important part of quantum mechanics, and you have to prepare it very well from the examination point of view. Let us stop here.